food and drink industry is a fantastic one to work in. It's really exciting. There's always new and innovative products launching. My name's Stuart Comyn. I'm Sales Director at Mackie's of Scotland. Within the food and drink industry, there's such a really exciting range of jobs. So typically, you might think of factory jobs, and there are a lot of good factory jobs, but then there's also jobs working in sales, so where you need to be able to interact with customers, or there's jobs working in finance where you need to be good at maths, or when we come up with the next best flavour for Mackie's ice cream, you need to have a bit of a scientific background. So there's such a varied range of jobs in the food and drink industry, and I really do think there's one for everyone.
My name's Grace Noble and I'm the owner of Aberdeenshire Highland Beef. So I'm a farmer, I'm a butcher, and I also do tour guides as well. What's attracted me to working in the food and drink industry is really being proud of producing something really special, something very unique, and that you know your customers are going to really admire, enjoy and shout about. Being in the farming community and understanding what's going on round about you is really special, and feeling you are a part of it, whether you're a dairy producer, arable or a beef finisher. It is something to be really proud of you know, the food that we are producing in this country that's got worldwide reputation. You know, I can think of many companies in the region, you know, whether it's Rora Dairy or Dean's of Huntley Shortbread, or, you know, the many whisky producers. They're all championing the region and Scotland about what's great that we can produce and make here that you can't find anywhere else in the world.
So my name's Beth and I'm 19 years old and I'm Grace's daughter. So really I just love everything to do with farming. I just like being outside doing jobs. If you're somebody that doesn't like to get out of bed or is scared of rain and snow, then it's not the job for you. Every day is different and that's what I really enjoy about it as well, just because not every day is the same.
I am Vanessa Harper. I work for International Fish Cunners in Fraserburgh and I am a general operative here. In an operative here we work in the production line, so we fillet and pack tinned mackerel, and there's also a department for sprats, or known as sardines, and we also do salmon as well. We go up and work at 6 o'clock in the morning, we start working and we fillet loads of fish, we pack it all, it goes through production, everything else, and then at the end of the days we get told how well we've done, what we're doing, what we're achieving, how we can improve, everything else. When you come here you don't need any experience. They'll teach you straight away on job. You can do anything you like, you can be in any department, which it could be up in the production line, you could be in our final pack, you could be in a warehouse, you could be doing anything. Anything you like, they'll help you do it.
Give it a chance. It's hard work, it's physical, but you know, just get through that because the opportunities are endless. You can start off on the factory floor and you could end up being a manager somewhere, you could end up in an office-based role. You know, there's so many opportunities and it's a secure job. You know, the industry is always going to be here. You know, people are always going to need food products.
When I was at school I was quiet, very quiet. I had no confidence, I had no well-being of what to do in life, I didn't understand anything. Now I'm the most confident person you'll ever see. I'll speak to anyone, I'll help anyone, I'll do whatever you want me to do, no problems. I love to learn here, I love to work here. The best things here is just the company you have as well. You've always got a good group of friends, there's always someone to speak to, always someone who wants to push you harder, who wants to push you further. But if you don't know you needed more time, you have more time. You're never struggling. Here I want to step up further, I want to keep pushing myself, keep striving, work harder and hopefully get a higher position someday. I keep dreaming.
At Mackie's, I'm Sales Director. So I look after the sales strategy for the business and I deal with a lot of our customers. So together we decide what products we sell, where we sell them, how much we sell them, if we're going to do any special promotions on them. And then I also look after the sales team, so I manage them day to day. My career first started when I moved up from Edinburgh to Aberdeen and I went to Robert Gordon University to study business management. In my third year, I was offered the opportunity to go and work for Mackie's for a year. It was a great time and I got to learn about all the different roles within the company, and I really decided that the food and drink industry was one that I wanted to work in. So since then, I've joined Mackey's after university and I've worked in lots of different roles, progressing to where I am today as the role of sales director.
Really lovely to have my daughter grow up on the farm and enjoy what life is like living and working on the farm. It is a way of life, a way of making a living. You know, every day there's a job, so you don't have days that there's nothing to do.
When I was at school, I just really didn't enjoy it. I wanted to be at home all the time with mum, doing cattle and horses and just doing all the outside jobs. So I decided that once I was 16 and done my exams, I would leave school. I then applied to SRUC to do my course in agriculture, so I started NC, so that allowed me to do a lot of practical work as well as theory. So it's kind of started off as the basics of agriculture. So if you didn't have a farming background, it is really good because it does take it right back, so you shouldn't be scared of doing that. And then I worked into my HNC, my HND, and now I'm in my BSc in agriculture, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of hard work, but it's great fun as well.
There's a strong desire for people to know provenance of where their food comes from and how it's made. People like to experience that as their leisure activities now, you know, going and touring a distillery or a dairy producer, or you know, people really are engaged with that, and working in that industry gives you the opportunity to show people, answer the questions, you know, dispel the mysteries about how cattle are farmed and reared, and where beef comes from, or where your pork comes from, or chicken. You know, we do have a lot of programmes now on television, you know, explaining, you know, how things are made, you know, getting insights into factories and how mechanical they are, all the robots, the technology that's involved, and how we're always striving to become even more efficient.
It's such a fast growing, developing sector as well. Like in college not long ago, we had some drones out that were for spraying fields come time. There's also self-driving tractors. It's just so fast and changing, and everything is different.
The future of the food and drink industry is so exciting. We're getting more computerised, we're using more robotics, so such fantastic opportunities for young people within our businesses, because generally we find it's youngsters that understand these jobs far more than anyone. There is not one day has gone by that I've worked at Mackey's and been bored. There's always something new and different and innovative happening.
Young people are our future, and it's really important that we invest in them and pass on the skills, you know, teach them, you know, the knowledge of, you know, our older generation, you know, and so that isn't lost. And also, you know, young people, you know, often come up with different ideas, bright ideas. You know, they've got newer skills, they're maybe more techie savvy and, you know, more in tune with up and coming industries or what's going on in the world. So they're really valuable to have and invest in, and ultimately, you know, they are the future.
I think it's so important for youngsters to get work experience as soon as they can. So whether that be doing a paper round where you get to learn about meeting deadlines, or whether that be working in the local cafe where you get to build up your customer service skills, it's really important to learn about what you like doing and what you don't like doing. And when you leave school, you'll hopefully pick the job that is really enjoyable for you.